Welcome back, YouTube fam. It's your boy Y, and in this video I'm going over something that I technically should have released in the summer. So I want to apologize starting off with that, because I feel that this device would have been better suited for those who are going on those vacation trips, like as far as driving, not flying, because you probably won't even need this, but if you are driving to different cities and you want to just be very careful, this would have been definitely a go-to device. But you could also get this device during this time as well. You may still be doing traveling, or you may be taking care of a loved one, or wherever you're going, you may be using your car quite a bit, especially if you're a traveling worker. So I hope that this device works out for you. So this is actually a charger from the company called Halo. And with this charger, it does more than just charge your phone. As you can see, it charges your phone, it can charge tablets, it can charge games, it can charge your camera, but also, if you look at the picture, it can also charge your car. And what I mean by charge your car is, I'm pretty sure if you haven't ran into it, you saw someone or been close to someone who's ran into this issue, battery died while you're driving, or you're stuck on the side of the road, or you maybe just passed by people who were stuck on the side of the road and the reason is because their battery in their car died. Nowadays, stuff is getting expensive, so you may not be able to buy a new battery. Or you may be stuck in a loop where you're waiting for that next paycheck. Either way it goes, even if you're just wanting to help people, this is definitely a go-to device for you. Now, I picked this up because in one of my previous cars, we had an issue where the battery was dying. And I wanted to make sure that I combated that issue whenever it happened. It was actually technically a rental car, and yes, I could have took it back, but they had gave us a super deal on everything, so I didn't want to complain. So I just let them know, and then I kept charging it every time I went dead. No biggie. Anyway, this device is going to be helpful for technically everybody. I use this even now when I see people in need. If I have it on me, I could definitely use it. You know, if you want to be like that superhero to somebody for the day, good way to go. I've used this plenty of times, and I will vouch that this is a good product. So just opening it, you're greeted with the little charger. So they have different colors. I picked this one because I like the marble color. It looks pretty cool. It has the little Halo engraved in there. It looks pretty cool. Now, if you turn it to the side, as you can see, it has a couple different things. This will show you your battery. If you press this button here, this button will turn it on and off. Now, this turns it on for when you're charging. As you can see, only USB type A. So when you're charging like your phone, tablet, or game, you would want to press that on. That has to be turned on first before you even start charging. Otherwise, it'll look as if it's not working. It does work, you just have to power it on. And again, only USB type A. You can see this is just for the charging, to charge it up. It comes with a cord. This is for a flashlight. I'll press that in just a moment, but I'll finish explaining this part. So with this one, you will have to kind of go backwards a little bit and get some USB type A to USB type C, or if you have a Thunderbolt, USB type A to Thunderbolt, or whatever, just as long as you can fit that one. So totally your choice. And then just to turn it off, you just press it again. Now, the part that you would need to have on when you're charging a car, as you can see, it's the little, the symbol. You would have to open this up. And this is where you would plug in those jacks like you saw on the front. Let me show it back to you again. Like you saw right here, this is where you would plug it into. So you would plug it in here, and then you would have to turn on this button. This button, you can't see it. Maybe I'll turn it a certain way. Hopefully you can see it right there. It says jump start. This has to be turned on, and I turned it on for you. Of course, I'm not using it, but as you can see, it turns on everything. And then when you actually plug this in, you will know that it's plugged in because it will stop blinking. So when you have it connected to the car correctly, that will stop blinking, and you'll be ready to start charging the car up. So just a heads up, you know, it takes a little getting used to. It's actually pretty easy to do once you get used to it. But again, You have to press that jump start after plugging that in. You will know if it's connected correctly because it will stop blinking. All right. And if yours is a little bit different, if you got one of these and yours acts a little bit different, definitely let me know. So I know they have different colors. I don't know if different models of it acts differently. So if you get one, let me know you got one and let me know how it works out for you. But I've charged many cars. This thing is quiet. It's not loud or anything. You don't even hear it. But all you do is stick the jumper cables into the battery in the car, press that jump start, let it charge for a little bit. As it charges, you can just be doing something else and let it charge up, and then start the car up, and I guarantee it will work. If it doesn't work, then you might want to check and see if you actually have it plugged in correctly, or if the car is just dead to the point of like there's no coming back. But I will say, when the car that I had, the battery died, it actually died while I was doing something. So it was dead for like some hours. And I went out and I just had it sit right there for a little bit, probably like 20 minutes or maybe even less than that. But I had it sitting and then I started it up. So sometimes it may take a little bit longer to start up because adding that juice into the battery that's been sitting so long dead. That's just a tip for me. Now, when you go inside the box, you see that's the only thing you're greeted with here. But after you lift that out the way, you have the booklet. So for those who don't know how to work one of these, use the booklet. If you're wondering, I don't like using booklets. So yeah, I didn't use it. I just want to see how I could learn how to use it. I don't know why I don't like reading the booklets. Maybe it's just me. But there is times where I may have to peer in from time to time because there may be something that's not working the way it should. But yeah, for those who are just getting this, I would say definitely use the booklet so you know how to at least plug in everything, and then you can just throw it right back in the box. Then you're greeted with the cables here. These cables are actually for, let me put it back up here. Oh, there we go. You'll plug it here. And then once you go from here, you plug that into the wall and it charges up, and you'll see the charge there. It doesn't take long to charge this thing up at all. So especially if you don't have it dead. And then let me grab, there was one more in here, but I took it out the box. It was the jumper cables. All right, and then you have the jumper cables, and it comes in this little bag. It's gonna be right in the box as well, along with this charging cable. So it'll usually be in here. So right under, when you open the baggie, it gives you a set of jumping cables. So pretty cool, right? Normally we have to go try to find our own jumping cables. So it gives you two pair of the jumping cables. That's where you would plug it in, right? And I don't think it came with this cord. I can't remember if it came with this cord. This was a USB type A. Actually, it may have came with this cord. But that's to a micro, which not a lot of people use these days. So actually, yes, it did come with it. As you can see, the Halo design. So you do get a charging cable that you can use for, like, you know, any device that take a USB type A to micro. But these days, not a lot of devices use these. So you may end up just keeping this in the box, just a heads up. But this is what I wanted to show you. You have the two that you clamp onto the battery. Then this part. Remember, this part is the part I was referring to that goes right here. So what you would do is you would take it and you would just plug it right in like that. Then you would plug these to the battery, and then you would hit the jump button. And then it will blink, and once it's connected, it will stop blinking, letting you know that you got it connected, and it'll start charging up. So pretty simple, pretty easy forward. Sorry, I was just taking that off. And then once you're done with it, just clamp it back down. Super simple. On this side though, what it has is a flashlight. So there may be times where maybe you need to use both. You can't see, it's dark. You might want to hit that jump start. But before you do that, you may want to hit the the flashlight, to kind of see what you're looking at, so you can at least put the jumper cables in the right place. No one wants to get electrocuted, right? So for this one, you just click it. So, but before you do that, let me just point out another important part. Before you do that, oh, never mind, you don't have to press it first. Okay, sorry. I haven't used this in a good minute well, the flashlight part I haven't used in a good minute. So this one, you don't have to press any of these buttons to turn it on. You just press only this button. So it doesn't require these to get put on. But if you're charging it, you do have to press that. And if you are trying to charge the battery, you have to press that. So again, that's just a heads up. But as you see, the first click of that button right here, first click of the button brings on the regular flashlight. If you click it again, it brings red flashlight. If you click it again, it blinks. And to turn it off, you click it that last time. So a couple different handy things for however you would want to use the flashlights. Definitely, it's totally up to you. These are mainly going to be used like definitely at night, or if you just want to use it for something else. Maybe you're searching the dark part of the house and you don't have a flashlight. Now you got one. So it gets pretty bright. But overall, this thing has been great. I definitely would recommend this to anybody, especially if you don't have like a hybrid or electric car. You may need this. If you do have a hybrid or electric car, you may not need it because of like the newer type of batteries. But I will still say get one just in case, because you never know. But for those, especially with the older model cars, just gas, get this. You never know when you're going to need this, and it's better to be ready at all times than to get caught by surprise. I've had this, and I originally got this because I saw other people who had it, and I was like, dang. And then I started having the issues with the battery dying. I was like, okay, I need to find me one of these ASAP. So I bought it. Now, I will say, because this is like an all-in-one, it's not like $20 or $30. I think I bought this one for like $69. I think the other ones may go as high as like $80. So just a heads up, I'll put a link to it in the description. But again, don't expect for this to be super, super cheap. For $69 to $89, it's pretty good. I got this during a sale, so that's why I got it so cheap. And always look out for the sales, because this may actually be on sale too. But I'll throw a link in there so that way you guys can see what I'm referring to. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, any comments. I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. I was just thinking about this the other day and thinking about all of you, the YouTube fam, and how much you guys may actually benefit from having this. This will be prepared for like the next summer, or prepared for, you know, during this time where you may have to do those traveling. Either way it goes, this will be a good buy. Thank you so much, YouTube fam. You guys take care and God bless you.